Welcome back to
Yeah.
another episode of At G Site. Today we're going to review Real Steel, starring Hugh Jackman. And it's basically boxing with robots.
Rock and sock and
Rock and
robots.
sock and robots.
Sock and robots, yeah.
Actually, here this is based on Richard Matheson story.
Called Steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that in the credits.
Yeah. And I think that was from a Twilight Zone book or something like that.
Okay.
So like, it's
Right.
kind of cool.
Mm.
So, but it's like this is like I'd say this is a movie that's like what I would call a four-quadrant movie.
Okay.
You know, it's like a movie like it hits all the all the main markets. You know, you got the teen boys, you got the teenagers,
Right.
you got the families.
Right.
So it covers everything. It's basically a family film.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree. I couldn't help but feel that this is like, it had elements old 80s movies like Rocky.
Definitely
That's
Rocky.
like 1979.
Definitely Rocky.
And over the top.
Yeah.
Because of the son
the father and son element.
father-son thing.
Mhm.
And it's really taking all of that competition to the next level by putting in robots in.
Yeah.
Technology has caught up that you can put robots in, because this film is set in 2027. Apparently, by then, boxing has died out and people are fighting with robots already because there's more carnage. You can rip arms off with robots. So it's gotten to that point. And as shallow as it is, I liked it. I did, because it has those, like you said, it has those elements, the family element, and also the underdog, the victorious.
Right.
We're not spoiling anything when we say that the underdog wins.
Yeah.
You expect
Yeah.
that.
Although there's a twist in the end.
Yeah, there is a twist. So that was nice. I've kind of always liked Hugh Jackman since the Wolverine days, and now he pulls off being a father. And it's great seeing Evangeline Lilly transitioning from Lost into film.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
this is a beautiful woman, no matter what.
Oh yeah. It's like every time there was a shot of her, it's like first
Kate,
she was
I miss
like,
you.
and when she was like dressed up, at the beginning it's like, okay, she's kind of dressed up,
Yeah.
and slowly she gets each shot she gets prettier and prettier.
Yeah. Suddenly she's like, in pantulog.
Yeah, and then short shorts.
So pretty.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Yeah. And I like the villain. One of the villains is Kevin Durant. Old
Yeah.
big dude who played the Juggernaut, and
Yeah.
he was in Dark Angel before.
And he was also in Lost.
He's also in Lost.
Yeah,
He's always a heavy, and him here being a redneck.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, he was Blob, right? Yeah, Wolverine.
Yeah. He was Blob. I liked him, and I like Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, he's cool.
He had a
He's
small part.
small part, cool.
Yeah. So there.
And the kid was good.
The kid was really good.
I was like Dakota Goyo.
Goyo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
I thought he was
Thor.
very,
He was
very
the young Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah. There.
He put on a British accent for Thor.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
So
right.
I thought he was pretty good here too. I mean, you have to have a good kid if you're gonna pull off a role
Exactly.
like this, pull off a movie like
Yeah,
this.
and the kid sold it.
Yeah.
The kid sold it.
Absolutely.
He wasn't one of those annoying kids like a la Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah. Jake Lloyd.
No, forget that. I can't say anything more.
Yeah.
But this kid showed attitude, and he wasn't doing the cutesy thing.
When he was dancing, he wasn't annoying.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if it was somebody else, you'd want to rip his head off. This guy was being real.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. He was fighting it at the start. I think that's why he's just selling the idea of entertainment, because this is boxing, UFC, wrestling to the next level with robots.
Pretty much. I think that's it. I mean, if you're a fan of all those leagues and
Mike Litton, we're talking to you.
yeah, exactly. You should have been here, man.
You should have been here,
You
Mike
would have
Litton.
enjoyed this.
Yeah.
And the robots are. I thought the
nice designs.
There were some nice designs.
Noisy Boy, oh my god,
Yeah.
that was the coolest design. It's like a Shogun. Yeah.
I like Zeus.
I like Midas too.
Yeah.
The golden with a semi mohawk a la Leonidas. I like that. Yeah.
My favorite there was Zeus, the big heavy. Yes, he looked completely badass.
Badass.
Yeah, Adam was okay. I mean, but the way the character had to look anyway,
He had to look like he's second hand.
Right.
He had to look like second generation sparring bot. He wasn't even a real competitive bot.
Right.
So.
And I think the moves, all his moves are like basically performance captured from Sugar Ray Leonard, right?
Yeah, because Sugar Ray Leonard was one of the consultants in the movie, and I saw stills of him training with Hugh Jackman. I just didn't click on the link to see how they talked about it, but I heard Sugar Ray had input.
Yeah, it's great, man.
Sugar Ray is like one of my favorite boxers from the 80s. That can beat Hagler, man. Yeah. So there.
Yeah, and I'm surprised. This is directed by Sean Levy,
Yeah.
who did A Night at the Museum. It's like what was that again? I think he did Pink Panther.
Wow.
He did all these comedies, and
Okay.
that when I first said
That's a change.
when I first heard he was gonna direct this, I don't know,
Yeah.
because it's like really strictly a straight up more of a action
Action
drama.
drama.
Yeah, pretty much. And you know, those movies before were like all comedies.
Straight up.
Yeah, and he did a good job.
Yep.
You know, I was impressed.
I agree.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman, you're right. I think he hasn't really had a big hit out of the X-Men.
Yeah.
Out of the X-Men movies, he hasn't had anything big. I mean, like, yes, there have been like critical faves, like The Prestige.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites.
You know.
I love the Prestige.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. You know.
Yeah. And he's his character here is fairly similar because he's a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
beginning here, he's pretty much a dick,
Right.
and that's in The Prestige, same thing.
Yeah.
And but aside from that, I can't really think of any other.
Australia.
Oh God, couldn't even touch on that 10-foot pole.
Kate and Leopold.
Okay. All those movies,
Yeah.
you know. Well, I can't think of anything else he's done that like really stands out.
What was that animated one that Aardman one that one with down the toilet with the mountain?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's Hugh Jackman. Too.
Right.
I thought that was fun, but it didn't have his face on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he hasn't had any standouts outside the X-Men movies at all, right? Any, I mean,
I gotta agree.
right?
I gotta agree. Yeah.
Nothing. And like, it's a miracle.
Well, because he's been doing so well on Broadway. It's like on SNL. The whole Andy Samberg bit where he's both the most masculine and the most feminine person around. Two sides. So there. Last week he played. He was on SNL during that segment and played
he
Harry Potter.
cameoed, right?
Yeah, he was Daniel Radcliffe. So so I like him because he doesn't take himself too seriously. And he's a good-looking guy, but he doesn't take himself too seriously.
Yeah.
So I thought he pulled this off, and I like that he showed up on WWE Raw to sell the movie.
I heard about that.
And he did a good job selling it because he was a real wrestling fan. So he pulls this off. I like it. Yeah.